Thank you for joining us for our first at-home episode of Tech Tonight. I'm Abby Coleman, reporting from Roanoke, Virginia. The coronavirus crisis is reaching new heights here in Virginia with over 3,300 confirmed cases so far. Of those 3,300 cases, over 500 have required hospitalization and over 60 have resulted in death. The Commonwealth announced their newest efforts to contain the spread of the virus on March 30th. Following in the footsteps of states like California, Colorado, and many others, Governor Ralph Northam announced a stay-at-home order. The order comes after a weekend of packed beaches here in Virginia, with not many following social distancing guidelines. The order states that everyone must stay at home unless leaving to get food, supplies, going to work, getting medical care, or getting exercise. The order is in effect until June 10th unless otherwise amended. As for Virginia Tech, the university has seen one confirmed case. The school announced the case on March 27th as a male in his 20s. The student had recently traveled internationally to China. He is currently recovering off campus and is not thought to have spread the virus to anyone else.
What is part of a line that has two endpoints?
Teachers and students all over the world have been greatly affected by COVID-19, especially when it comes to the elementary education level. Teachers are now having to use platforms such as Zoom to connect weekly with their students online. Fourth grade teacher Bonnie Mitchell is dealing with the sudden shock of not being able to teach her students from inside a classroom.
I would say that it's the most challenging thing that I've ever experienced in teaching, and this is my 27th year. It's really hard not to be with the kids and see them and hug them every day. That's been the biggest challenge. And I know it's been hard on the kids too, because they didn't get to say goodbye to me or to their friends. And this not having closure, I think, is the really hardest part.
Game-based learning platforms like Kahoot allow teachers a fun and interactive way to teach their students online. With dedicated teachers and the help of technology, we will get through this pandemic. Reporting from my hometown, Prince George, Virginia, I'm Meritopia for Tech Tonight.
Downtown Blacksburg restaurants closed their doors as the coronavirus continues to spread. With businesses shutting down their dining rooms, they now have to adapt to the new takeout and delivery protocols set by Governor Northam. Restaurant managers stressed that they are taking this very seriously and are enforcing strict sanitation and hygiene rules within their stores. With a drastic population drop after Virginia Tech had most of their students return home, some restaurants have even decided to limit their menu to only include certain items in order to be able to remain open. Zeppelin's general manager Cody Thompson tells us how his restaurant is adjusting to the rules set in place due to COVID-19.
We're washing our hands anytime we do anything customer related. We're wearing gloves to the door if we deliver. We're also, asking people on delivery orders, do they want just to knock and leave it on the ground? Things like that. So whatever we can do to keep our employees safe and the customers safe and comfortable, which is a huge part of it.
Thompson says that for now, restaurants have to adjust to this new reality and predict what measures will need to be taken next according to the government, but says he will continue to stay hopeful that they will soon be able to open their doors to a full dining experience once again. Reporting from Blacksburg, Virginia, I'm Renata Pena with Tech Tonight.
As the COVID-19 pandemic becomes an increasingly global issue, many people have found themselves becoming lonely and stressed over the course of the past couple weeks. The Roanoke Valley SPCA, however, is here to help with that. Because the shelter is no longer taking walk-in customers, the animal shelter is now offering a pet matchmaking service in order to provide people with animal companions throughout this period of social distancing. Those interested in adoption can call the shelter between Monday and Saturday from 12 to 7 p.m. and speak to the shelter's matchmaker. The matchmaker will speak to these potential adopters about their hopes for a pet and make a match with one of the SPCA shelter pets accordingly. If the match is successful, all adoption fees will be waived. At this time, the Roanoke Valley SPCA is also encouraging members of the community who need pet food to take advantage of their pet pantry, where they can pick up a week's worth of pet food for free. If you do not have a pet or are not interested in adoption, you can foster an animal, donate supplies, or donate funds to the shelter as well. Reporting from Chesapeake, Virginia, Hannah Williams for Tech Tonight.
Thanks for tuning in to the weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Lizzie Mahan. We're expecting some pretty steady weather going into this Easter weekend. We start off the weekend with a partly cloudy Friday, with the high at 50 degrees and the low at 33. Going into Saturday, we will still experience some partly cloudy skies, but hopefully it'll be warmer. The high on Saturday is 57 degrees and the low will be 38. Now this Easter Sunday, we are expecting to see some rain, but hopefully it'll clear up and we will have some nice weather. The high on Sunday is 64 degrees and the low is in the 40s. Next week, we are going to experience quite a lot of rain, but the highs will be in the upper 50s, lower 60s, and the lows will be in the 40s. So hopefully the rain will take a break so we can all get some fresh air. Keep in mind that weather is quite unpredictable, so be ready for any weather changes. As always, be safe and enjoy your holiday weekend. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Be sure to tune in to the next Tech Tonight forecast.